Okay, this is so funny. I always film videos when I don't have any time to film a video. It turns into, yeah, I have to rush the video and I'm late for whatever my thing is. But anyway, I'm gonna make it anyway. I just did a major organization of all my decks, just trying to kind of sort out what's what. And I had a few decks that I really wanted to use, but I wasn't using. And so I was like, maybe if I pair them with an Oracle or like study them this month with some other decks that are similar, like maybe I'll use them again. And I just went bonkers and got really excited about decks. And in true Crazy Pants fashion, I am starting all this without even introducing myself. Hey, it's Megan with Art Garden Oracle. Thank you for being here. I am going to make just some like deck pairing discoveries that I made yesterday when I was organizing everything. That's got me really excited about using some decks that I haven't used as much as I wanted to. I tried as I was organizing to like declutter a little bit too, and I was like, no, anything that I haven't been using, like I haven't really given a chance yet because I just kind of got distracted by things that were right in front of my face. So yeah, this is going to be kind of a quirky new deck pairing. I'll probably mention some other pairings that I've really been enjoying and then show a few new decks that I'm excited about, or like decks that kind of go with everything. So where am I going to start? I'm going to start with this guy. Ooh, crap. Sorry. I just bonked ya. Okay. So, God, just like finding these decks in the piles is going to be half the challenge. Okay. So this guy is Flow Tarot. I have used this one a fair amount. I feel like it goes with a lot of things really well. And I've used this recently, but I just used it, or sorry, I've used this with Flow when I first got it, but I haven't really used it again. And I just put them back together yesterday, and they're so lovely together. There's this one, you guys know, it's kind of popular. It's like an affirmation water deck that's mass market. I can't remember the name of it. That is like all water. It has a really similar feel to Flow. That's kind of on my list. It's like super cheap. But I don't like some of the affirmations, or like decks with affirmations. I find them a little weird or cheesy sometimes. So I wasn't sure if I was going to use it, but the more I've looked at it, the more I think I would. And, you know, Flow already has keywords on it, so it kind of like, sometimes it kind of feels like an oracle too. So as with any deck, like you don't have to have an oracle to pair with it. You don't have to have a tarot deck to pair with an oracle deck. You can just read them. I've just really, usually when I read for other people, I just use tarot, but for personal practice, I've really enjoyed pairing oracle and tarot together. So, you know, this Denise Lynn deck, it goes with so many things, not just Flow. Flow is just something that I found harder to pair oracles with than I expected. Even though I said at the beginning, this Flow, did I say Flow goes with everything? I feel like Sacred Destiny goes with everything. Flow, I have had a harder time pairing, and I thought it would be easy because it's a photography deck, but it hasn't been as easy. So anyway, I really like these two together. Denise Lynn's deck is just, it's borderline one of those cheesy oracles, those kind of cheesy mass market oracles, but I don't know, it's just cool. It's not cool. Cool is not the word I was looking for, but like, it works. It doesn't feel cheesy using it. The guidebook's written really well. The keywords are really good. Even though it's got that kind of like, oh, what's her name? Colette Baron Reed kind of messed with photographs, altered photographs. It's still really, really good. Flow, I love using it just by itself. Like I said, it's a great deck because it has the keywords on it. Sorry, I'm looking for the creator of Flow. So Sacred Destiny is mass market. Flow, Rachel Torda is, I got it on Etsy. I'm pretty sure that's where she's still selling it. And I'm sure it's still in stock. But I haven't used Flow a whole lot this summer. And I was like, I want to use Flow before the winter. Not that, what is it? The air suit is, no, wait. Which one's snow? Oh, the sword suit is, yeah, the air suit is crystallized water or snow or ice, you know? So it does work in the winter, but I went to the beach for spring break, but I haven't gone this summer. And I just want a little water vibe before the summer's over. Okay, my next most excited pairing is this guy with something I'll show you in a second. Sacred Symbols Oracle deck by Marcella Kroll. I really like this deck a lot. I love that the Sri Yantra card came up for me last night because I just had framed it and put it on my altar. I was like, whoa, it knew. Hold on, I have to find, oh, so I paired this. This was one of my most excited discoveries because I mentioned in my last video, the mid-year hashtag, that the Giannis Yaus deck wasn't a disappointment, but I was just like, man, I can't quite figure out some parts of this deck, particularly the wand suit and the disc suit, which are usually the easiest of the 4 suits for me to vibe with. And like, I do all of this stuff, so I'm like, how am I not getting this suit? Anyway, so I was like, maybe if I put it with an Oracle deck, that will help me to study it and help me start putting together. This is another reason why I love Oracle decks for a deck maybe that you love, but you're having a little bit of a hard time bonding with, is like, if I start using these together, I can start creating my own associations with a lot of these cards. While I also study, you know, try and study some of the symbolism, and particularly in the Egyptian suit, like more about ancient Egyptian civilization and stuff. So these are beautiful together. Like, Giannis Yaus is not going to be a super easy one to pair, I wouldn't imagine. I mean, at least with some of the Oracle decks that I have. So I was just like, I love this together. I love it so much. And I did my first reading, like I said, with it last night because I just I was part of my deck organization was like, Giannis Yaus was definitely one that I was like, I have to find an Oracle with this one. I think it's going to help me bond with this deck so much. So I found this match and I loved it together. The first reading was just like, yes, it was a big yes on like these guys liking each other. The other one, I can't remember if I mentioned it in a video. I had a video I did that I never posted because I wasn't sure if I made even like an ounce of sense in the whole video. So I'm just going to mention it quickly without showing it too much. Uh-oh, and I'm dropping decks. Where'd you go? Oh, is this guy, the William Blake Tarot. I really like this one with the Sacred Symbols also. I can't remember if I showed this or not. This is a mass market deck, but it has some like good, like high quality feel to it. I literally am dropping everything right now. Come on. Anyway, I use this tarot mostly a lot in my creative practice, doing art and crafts, and I'm starting to teach art here locally. And one of these years I will get some art content up on YouTube, as well as some of my garden content. Oh my god, I'm just realizing I filmed a garden tour in spring and it's like almost fall now and I never posted it. I had the software I was using worked well for tarot videos and tarot walkthroughs and hashtags and stuff, but it did not work well for like heavy duty editing, and I didn't realize that until way too late, which is what my garden video needed. Anyway, I use William Blake in my sacred practice, or in my creative practice. Good lord, maybe I should have had coffee before I did this. And it was in my surprising decks video, maybe that's where I mentioned pairing it with this guy, because I didn't think I liked it at first. I've always liked William Blake and I like the aesthetics of it, but it just didn't like immediately land the way I thought it would. But once I started actually using it, I love it. And I love it by itself. I often use it by itself for creative work, but it works really beautifully with Sacred Symbols too. So yeah, I don't know. It's just like that, like vibrant a lot of primary color, kind of like the Stunning Tarot. I keep calling Giannis Yaus, I just call her the deck creator, but it's the Stunning Tarot, because she does have a tarot called the Janos Yos Tarot. I know that's not what I have. Anyway, I know there's lots more that this deck would pair wonderfully with, so please let me know. I have to find that yantra and put it back on my altar. But let me know, oh, there it is. Let me know what you pair sacred symbols with if you use it for some other decks. I would love to hear them. It's a really cool oracle. I've enjoyed it a lot. I didn't think, you know, I kind of looked at it for a while and was never prompted to get it. And I finally did. I can't remember like kind of what pushed me over the edge, but I really liked it a lot. Okay, this next one is kind of, I have used these together. I'm lying. I don't have any MJ Cullinane decks. So I got Urban Crow Oracle very recently. It's been on my list forever, but I just wasn't sure if I wanted to get for Hoxa. At first I wanted Night Guardian, and then I was like, no, I don't think I do want that one. I still will probably get for Hoxa when it comes out mass market. I like the original Crow Tarot. I mean, I like them all. I think her artwork's really cool. I don't know why it took me so long, but I really got a lot of tarot decks kind of all at once. These are the backs. This is mass market. And I was like, whoa, I have tons of tarot. And when I first started collecting decks, I really just stuck with my 2 tarot decks, and I just was getting oracles. And so I had a lot of oracles at first, but the dynamic shifted. So I was like, well, instead of getting one of her tarot decks, I'll just get this oracle because I really want some of her work in my collection. But yeah, I feel like I have a big imbalance of tarot and oracle. So this is, I have it out of the box because the box is unwieldy like her other deck. Animal Totem by Lisa Robertson. This is one that I love. I was trying to make, distill my tarot collection into types of decks. And I do have a lot of animal decks, not necessarily because whatever. I have a lot of earth in my astrology chart. I don't know what it is. I just love animals. I love nature. I've talked about this with my Brady Tarot. I love nature as a learning tool, a spiritual learning tool. I love, people idealize nature a little too much, which neither of these decks do, and I really appreciate that. Also with the Brady Tarot, certainly does not idealize nature. So anyway, I just love nature as a teacher, whether that's trees or animals or plants or herbs. And so at first I was like, okay, I have a lot of animal decks, but I don't have animal decks to work with animal spirit so much. Not that I don't acknowledge that. It's just a theme. And so I kind of took apart my categories, and I was like, no, I don't really have animal deck collections or anything. It's just one kind of piece that weaves through all the things that are important to me that I like having in my deck collection. So why am I saying all of that? This is a deck I like. The complaint I've heard some people say about it is that it's too many animals. Because every single card almost is a different animal. I like that. Again, like the Brady Tarot, I just feel like it's a really big representation of lots of different kinds of energies in nature. And I feel like, yeah, pairing it with the Crow Oracle kind of stabilizes it in that Crow energy too. This book is great. I have her circus deck. I can't remember the name of it now. But holy crap, her books are just I actually, when my practice has plenty of time, I'm going to be studying with this deck for a bit, because I do want to use a lot of her prompts and questions. So I was like, well, this is also kind of a tricky one to pair. It does go well with Witch's Wisdom. I mean, not super well, but I like them together. But, because that has a lot of animal energy in it too. So anyway, this isn't my perfect pairing, but I like it, and they read really well together. The Crow Oracle is on the shadowy side. I was surprised. I mean, I guess I shouldn't have been surprised, but yeah, there's a lot of shadowy words in here, but then the write-ups soften them a lot. And then using them with the Animal Totem Tarot, yeah, just, it didn't feel dark using them together, which I was glad of. These, I don't know if it's true. They look like, what do you call that? Not engraving, but, yeah, just like carved images. I don't think they are, but this is one of my favorite of the deck. Gosh, I saw this in someone's like pick a card reading or something. No idea that this was like an animal deck card. I was just like, that card is amazing. It's such a good star card. And her write-ups are just really strong. Yeah, I like both of them. And so I'm going to use these together. I would say I like this pairing a lot. It's not one that like the Stunning Tarot with Sacred Symbols where I was like, oh my gosh, it's the most beautiful. I can't wait. But I do like it a lot. And if you guys pair Animal Totem with anything, please let me know what you use, because I would love other ideas. But yeah, I like this deck a lot, and I'm excited to go through the workbook. These are the backs. I like the backs a lot too. Little animals. Everything's little animals. So that is one pairing, and one that I was just like, I need to work with this. What am I gonna pair it with? Let me think. What was... Oh, so Voyager Tarot. Oh, I forgot. So these two I put together. This is kind of an abnormal oracle deck. I read with these last night too, and I really liked them together. This is, it's a really cheap, I mean, kind of quality, but you have to get it directly from the maker, Patty Allen. She does readings and consultations with the deck. There's a few just like floating around on other websites too. The Abaton Keys, it's a dream healing oracle deck. It works with, I'm trying to remember everything. It works with, I think the Abatons were this like caves of healing or meditation that people went to in ancient Greece before they saw an oracle or before they went for healing. It was one or the other, I can't remember. So I just loved these. I saw this on someone's channel, and I just was really struck by how beautiful it is. You know, there's so much. I want to say this was like $20, maybe plus some shipping. Really affordable. What did I do with my... I've like lost my Voyager Tarot. Last night I lost the boxes. Oh, here you are. Anyway, I just love the imagery. You know, collage decks and everything are so popular right now. And so I'm always excited when I find... I like collage decks, but I'm not going to pay like $100 for them. So I'm excited when I find collage decks that I like a lot that are mass market or affordable in this case. I don't know. I still kind of consider this one mass market. So this is Voyager Tarot. It's been around for quite a while. I did trim this one. These like greenish borders went more all the way around. I'm also realizing this might look nice with Runners of the Sun, but the greens might be just off matching, that it would be annoying. So yeah, these are really nice together, read really beautifully together. I like working with Voyager so much more with it cut down. I just feel like it's easier to focus on. The pictures are really busy for a collage deck, and it's great. He kind of put like every archetype imaginable as like a part of the collage. So there's just a lot going on in a pretty small space, but I just feel like, yeah, the card pops and talks to me so much better now that I've trimmed it. The Abaton Keys, the backs, you know, are horrible. Again, she's not really like a tarot or oracle creator. It's more about the system for her. You know, and I think this is just like a tool. So anyway, these were super fun together, and I've been wanting to work with Voyager more. It definitely feels probably like it's going to be, I'll use it more in the fall and winter. It has a little bit darker feel to me for some reason. But these two were really lovely together. Pause in the Sage of Cups Regenerator. Yeah, they just, these really like lent a lot to lent a lot to the meaning of the Voyager tarot cards. This was like, I'll just show you this reading I did. Sorry, I'm reaching over because it's on my desk. Yeah, this was like a reading I did last night. So the golden mean, which is all about, is it Aristotle? I'm getting my Greek philosophy, like I tend to butcher it. I think it was Aristotle or Socrates. But anyway, it's just about balance, the importance of balance, and not too much and not too little, and kind of finding that right middle road of like appreciating life and being satisfied and not needing, you know, too much food and drink or having to starve yourself, you know, somewhere in between, and finding the beauty of life and living that way. And then, yeah, I got in this question, my question was about the Mercury retrograde in Virgo right now and how that was showing up in my life. And so, yeah, I got this like balance card with the Child of Crystals, which is the Knight of Discs, I believe I'm getting that right, and then the Moon. And I was just like, oh, that's so perfect. Like the Learner is such like a Mercury card, and I am in this phase of like having a lot of energy and like biting off a lot of things right now, that I may be going too far in a few places and overextending myself. And then also, yeah, just like a lot of really kind of feminine depths that I'm also working with and trying to sort out after a really hard year, and that have kind of like been leaning a little bit on the side of depression and difficulty. And yeah, just this like dichotomy of the two Voyager cards with this beautiful like balance card in the middle. So anyway, cool combos. I'm gonna have to do like a 2-part series because I can already tell that getting through these is gonna be a challenge. Oh crap. Especially if I keep dropping everything I touch. Okay, I'm gonna do just like a quick break to just show awesome decks that go with everything that I'm really excited about. Oh, I totally meant to bring this guy out. I forgot to look at it with the Voyager Tarot too. This is Dakini Oracle, and I think it'll, I mean, obviously it's gonna go with Voyager pretty well, but I haven't like put them together yet. I'm not sure if I'm going to use them together. I used Dakini with something else like a couple months ago, and it worked so well, and now I can't remember what it was, so just super annoying. But I did trim my Dakini, and I'm really happy. I'm glad I trimmed it. I feel like it, again, is so much easier to use, to shuffle, to look at. The backs still look good, even trimmed down, so this is another one that I want to work with a lot more. I'm just not sure whether I'm going to use it with the Voyager or with like one of my more yoga decks. It's kind of in my, sort of kind of in my yoga deck pile. Speaking of my yoga deck pile and things that work well together, I'll bring this one in really quick. So these are, I'm still probably going to do like, I decided that I kind of broke my collection down into like ways I use tarot. So like some of it is for inner child work and shadow work. I definitely use some tarot for my yoga practice, you know, the physical practice and the spiritual kind of all throughout life practice. So I might kind of do that and do a whole yoga video thing soon. This is Land Sky Oracle by Teresa Hutch. So it has all the limbs of yoga as cards. And then this one is Nature and Soul Yoga Wisdom cards by Alison De Nicola, but artwork by Christine Zillich. And it's just freaking stunning. It's these watercolors that not only like have the pose on it, but it also has the animal or, you know, something associated with what the pose is called, and a keyword, which is awesome. So sometimes these can be used as like the cornerstone of a yoga asana practice. Sometimes I don't connect it to asana at all and just use it for yoga throughout life kind of meaning. But what I'm showing is this gem. Thea Garden Goddess Tarot, she mentioned this, and like she was just touring all of her videos, but I've seen it, I haven't seen it anywhere really on people's channels, and it is one of the most stunning tarots. I mean, I do watercolor as part of my art practice, and so I don't know if it's just like me loving watercolor so much, but this is a pocket or tin, you know, or tarot in a tin. Oh my gosh. These are the backs. It's a US Games deck, but the artwork is fantastic, and it's such an amazing tarot deck. It's so beautiful. I can't say enough things about it. Like, I have fallen so deeply in love so quickly. And of course she did the artwork here, so obviously they go incredibly well together. I don't just use her tarot for my yoga decks, obviously, but it's just a tarot, as I was getting into that kind of subject, that really goes well with a lot of things. I mean, not everything, but there's a lot of things this tarot has gone with already, and I've only been using it for a few weeks. I've had the yoga cards for a lot longer. It's so good. The imagery is so good. Like, her take on the meanings of the cards and like what she chose to use. It's so simple and calming, but it's really profound. Oh, it's so gorgeous. So I have used it with these yoga cards, and then it goes really well with this other one that isn't well, it does actually look like watercolor. I'm not sure. Oh, this is US Games too. So maybe they're like the yoga deck people. Oh, jeez. Sorry. This one has like a cheat sheet of the limbs of yoga in here, which is pretty cool. I studied it a lot for yoga training, but yeah, this is watercolor. I don't know what I was thinking. But anyway, they go beautiful together. Beautifully together also. So this one is just kind of like on my desk now. It's like a goes with anything kind of deck. And is so phenomenal. I can't say enough things about the beauty and wonderfulness of this Zillich tarot. I had no idea. I mean, I'd seen it like pop up in Amazon and stuff, and I just ignored it. But it is so gorgeous. And this is a pretty tiny deck. Super easy to shuffle. It shuffles great. The guidebook's really good. Like, you know, it's a little white book for sure, but it's got a lot. It's got planets. So every single card is correlated with, you know, astrological bodies. I haven't double checked that it's like corresponds with the Hermetic associations, but I'm pretty sure it does. I know there's one deck that I was looking at recently that doesn't. Oh, it was the Elemental Tarot, which I also love, but it has me confused because it doesn't correlate with anything. Another deck, and I'll, what was I going to share this with? It just goes with everything. I know I've talked about this before, is the Narrative Alchemy Tarot. And again, like maybe not like perfectly with everything. Like, I don't know if I would go with this like soft watercolor deck per se, but it goes with so many things. It's just like an easy pairing when you need it. And another deck that like works beautifully. I was just like finding another tarot deck that it would maybe work with. Like, I have the Mudra deck, and I definitely use this more like part of my yoga practice than as like an oracle per se, because it's much more instructional. But yeah, it would just go with a lot of like weird things that maybe you wouldn't know. And with this, obviously there's chakras associated with it, and you can easily associate the colors with chakras too. There was one deck that I just before this video like pulled out and was like, this is a really hard one to pair. Like, do I have anything on my desk that would work with this? And I plopped down the Narrative Alchemy Tarot, and it just like instantly was like, yep, that works. Oh, I can't remember which one it was. Oh well, maybe it'll come to me later. But yeah, just a really great deck. I love it. It's beautiful. Oh, damn it. Sorry. I set timers for myself and then like totally ignore them. So holler to all my ADHD people out there. What did I pair this with? Maybe I put it with, I think I put it with Giannis Yas, maybe. No, that doesn't feel right because that's a tarot. Whatever. I'll think of it soon. It's a great, great, great tarot deck that goes with anything. So that's on my, I have a lot of like, can go with anything decks on my desk. Oh, Sovereign Oracle. Another great one that goes with everything. This one might actually go with everything. I mean, there's some, like a soft watercolor deck might not look quite as pretty. I mean, these two obviously go together well. This is an independent, but it's still like $20, I think, on Etsy. Or I think you can get it off her website too. She's out of Portland. But this is it has great journaling questions. You can also use this one. I like that spread machine. I can't remember what they are calling it now. It's something different. The spread machine is a really great one too. It's just a little expensive for me. I know it's probably worth it, but whoops. You can use this like a spread machine. These Sovereign Oracle cards too. But they're really great for journaling. So those are like a few of my favorite. In addition, obviously, I have the Rider-Waite-Smith handy on my desk. But you know, that doesn't go with everything. These two guys are my only other RWS kind of alternates. So my kind of like can read, you know, the basics. I think I showed this one in that video I didn't publish, how beautiful it is. The Albano weight was an exception, but I really wanted an RWS alternate that was beautiful because I just have the blue and white checked back one. But that was different enough from the original RWS because I don't, you know, like well, I'm a total liar. I keep saying like, I don't need the Centennial Edition, even though I agree the colors are way more beautiful. And so I kept saying like, I don't need that. It's too much like RWS, but then I bought Albano weight, so I can't say that anymore. So yeah, I have lots of those decks just like sitting at my desk of like, not only for just like something pops in my head and I'm like, I need to pull and ask this question, but also, yeah, if I'm using cards or if I have a friend over and we're doing card stuff, just something I can grab and know that I can grab something quickly that'll match with anything. Okay, I am going to do another video because I didn't even show like a fraction of all the ones I'm so excited about. Oh, okay, but I am going to show one final one. Oh, there's two I actually want to show, but if I don't go do my errand now, I'm going to get in big trouble. I showed this one in my surprise video. It's an amazing oracle. I love French oracles. I studied French and read French a lot more fluently than I speak French, mostly just because I get performance shy when I try to speak French. This is a mass market deck. It's super beautiful. They also produced or created the makers, I think not the exact same creators. Although the artwork looks really similar. They have a rune oracle that's mass market that's really beautiful too. It's a little more expensive than some mass markets, but like mine came from Europe. Still free shipping, so I think the greater expense either came from that or the exchange rates, I don't know. Carnival at the End of the World, I've said this in another video, it's like, it was the deck I had to have and I didn't know why. That's the best I can explain it, is like, I love it deeply. I want it, I don't know why. And I also really love, this is by Khan and Selesnik. It's an independent deck. They also have Tarot of the Drowning World or something like that. Freaking gorgeous. That thing is so gorgeous. This one was just one of those, like, I have to do it first. And down the road, hopefully they're still making the other one because I would love to get that one when funds pick back up. But I'm just trying to, like, prove that I have a little bit of self-control as I go like 30 minutes past my timer. Anyway, I love this deck. I love Carnival at the End of the World, but I don't use it. I'll bring it out and just like look at the pictures because I love it. I love this world that they're in. I don't like just, it's like theater. It's like costume ideas or something. I don't even know. It's like these characters that any one of these, I would just like take a character and want to write a story about. I mean, this is just a world I love. And I just find it so creative. But you know, it's so people oriented. I mean, there's still a lot of character information in these relatively pared back images. But I was just like, I feel like same with kind of the Stunning Tarot. Like I need a little bit more to start building my rapport with this deck and my understanding of this deck. So this is like maybe a weird pairing, but this is not something easy to put an Oracle deck next to. And there's something about these two that just feel right to me. You know, like if one of them had gold borders is like my only slight complaint maybe. Yeah, this goes with a lot of things. I mean, it goes with Carlotides or Carlotides or whatever that one's called. It goes with a lot of like witch decks. It goes with a lot of cool decks, but this felt right. And I'm excited to use them so that I can start really picking up this deck a lot more. Because I need to understand why it like made me love it. It really felt like it wasn't something that I was in charge of or control over, me getting this deck. So I'm excited to use these together and hopefully they work out well. But yeah, it's just like they're weird and they're different styles, but something for me works. And yeah, if anyone has another pairing you use with Carnival of the World, please let me know, because I would love more ideas for working with it. Yes, it like reminds me of something that would go with it, but I just can't put my finger on it. So yeah, this will be a good start for me. And then I'll show you, like, to be continued. I'm gonna bring all the other decks that I love so much, pairings that I love so much, next time. So I'm gonna end the video here. This was just getting crazy long and I don't want to torture you all. So I will make a part 2. I'll publish it all at the same time if you want to keep going. But feel free to like, subscribe, comment. That's always so appreciated. I'm sorry I was all over the place on this video, but clearly I was excited, having a hyper-focus moment. And yeah, join me in the next video if you're having fun too. Take care.